Hello, my name is Tricia Sederholm, and this is my presentation on investigating a potential career. My career choice is an instructional designer in education or business. I have been a teacher for 10 years, but I also had a career in business before that. The position I'm looking for would be a remote position or a consulting position, because I currently live in a small town in Indiana, and that is tied to my husband's career. So it's very nice living in a small town in Indiana, but one of the perks is not having a varied job outlook. So I'd need to be open to moving and possibly traveling. Current professional organizations that I'm in that have led me in this direction have been National Science Teachers Association and Indiana Science Teachers Association. So they've given me lots of information on the science background that I'm currently teaching. The National Science Teachers Association has two really great publications, NSTA Reports, which is more like a newspaper, which has articles, but it also has lots of spots where you can find resources for your classroom that are free, sometimes free and very inexpensive. They also have a journal called Scope, which gives lots of methods and ideas for the classroom. Indiana State Teachers Association has an email newsletter, which is very nice because it gives opportunities for professional development within the state of Indiana and sometimes nationally. Both of them offer a convention yearly, and if the national convention is too expensive, then the Indiana one is right in a great price range, and they both offer lots of information for teaching science. The professional organizations I came across while researching, the first one was Learning Forward, which is a nice leadership in teaching organization, like building teachers and things like that. I really liked the journal that they had there, the Learning Professional, because it gave lots of ideas in building curriculum in different pieces like English or STEM or different parts of the curriculum. But it also gave lots of ideas for building a strong teacher base in your school and building a strong school. The next e-learning organization was one that was mentioned in multiple places. What I really liked about it was it had a lot of information, a library of information that you can search and get ideas for what you're working on. The next one was an Instructional Designers Association, and I like that one in particular because it's straight on instructional designers. It was created by instructional designers, it's maintained by instructional designers, and it's a way of networking in that particular field. One of the new journals that I came across that isn't associated with any professional organization was Tech Trends, and the reason I really like that one is because it kind of hit all the bases. They had articles in education from K-12 as well as higher education, and in business, nationally and internationally, so it kind of hit a lot of different marks. Interesting openings, which I cut and pasted into here. One was at Tulane University in New Orleans. Now, this is a flexible position. There'd be some time that I'd have to be there, but most of it would be off-site. And it talks about some of the multimedia and some of the different pieces of information I would need to know. It's nice getting this information because then I know what I need to build while I'm still in school. The next one was an instructional designer, again, a remote position out of Boston. This one I liked because it requests a portfolio of e-learning or video work with instructional design examples, something I can start building at this time. And then the final one was a director of curriculum instruction in STEM. If I stay in an education genre, I would like to stay within STEM if possible. And finally, teacher leadership. I believe that there are lots of skills that are important for teachers, but these are 4 of the ones that I pointed out. Motivation. As a teacher, you have to be able to motivate your students, but as well as your coworkers. Many times teachers get down in the teacher's lounge, and you've got to pick them back up to get back in there and keep going. Creativity. Creativity is key, I think. There's not anything worse than a boring classroom. Feedback. As a teacher, you have to take feedback and grow from it. From your principal, from a coworker, from a student. It can't be interpreted as negative. It has to be interpreted as a way of making yourself a better teacher. And finally, responsibility. As a teacher, we're responsibility for our behavior and modeling it to our students, but we're also responsible for their growth and the growth of our school. So that's my presentation. Thanks for your time.